Welcome to the SHA Podcast, presented by Direct West.
Welcome back to another installment of the SHA Podcast, presented by Direct West. Broadcasting from the home office, I'm your host, Jake Murray, and today we have a special guest joining us. And her resume is a long one. Former Team Saskatchewan alumni, two-time World U18 gold medal champion, three-time silver and one-time bronze world championship medalist, Olympic silver medalist, and most recently capturing the NCAA's championship in 2019 with the Wisconsin Badgers. Joining us from Saskatoon is the one and only Emily Clark. Thanks for joining us, Emily.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you're back home in Saskatoon. How have you been adjusting to being back in the home city?
It's been good, honestly. In the last 6-7 years since I've been away from home for hockey, I do get home as much as I can, and in the summers. But this has been a pretty long stretch with me being home without any trips or any camps or anything. So it's been a little different being home for this long, but it's been good. I obviously love Saskatoon, and it's good to get some family time.
For sure. Now, we have lots of athletes that are in the same boat as you are. They're stuck at home and they're doing their at-home training, trying to stay focused for when hockey returns. What kind of off-ice training have you been doing with current restrictions on gyms and social gatherings?
Yeah, honestly, I have it pretty good. I'm pretty fortunate to have a barbell and some plates and stuff. So in terms of training for this time of the year, I'm able to do pretty much what my normal would be to begin with. But one big difference was with the season ending so early and abruptly, having an off-season start mid-March was something I wasn't used to. So, I just tried to stay active and have fun with it without knowing exactly when my season will start again. You don't want to get burnt out doing the same thing. So definitely working out, shooting pucks, but also going for walks, going for runs. I got my longboard behind me. I really enjoy.
Longboarding too, awesome.
Yeah, I enjoy. Sometimes the sidewalks in my neighborhood aren't super welcoming for it, but just trying to stay active and keep it fresh. And there's time to work hard, but you can also have fun while you're doing it.
For sure. Now let's talk about your pathway to Hockey Canada's Olympic team. There are lots of young Saskatchewan female athletes out there looking at you and saying, how do I become the next Emily Clark? Looking back on your journey to Team Canada, what advice would you give your younger Saskatoon Stars self that's looking to make the jump to the next level of hockey?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I had my own people that I wanted to be the next Jessica Campbell. She came before me playing on the U18 Canadian team. Wanted to be the next Wickenheiser. I mean, in Saskatchewan, there's not a super long list of players that have got to that level that we want to get to. But my advice would be there's a lot of things in your control that make a huge difference. And, you got to focus on what's in your control. And I think work ethic and attitude are two things that are always in your control. So you just have to have a good attitude towards it. And, my biggest thing is trying to have fun and find the fun in working hard and not dreading it. And obviously your path will be a little more fun.
A lot easier when it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think we have time to squeeze in one last question. So let's talk about your favorite hockey moment. You've played for the Saskatoon Stars for your minor hockey. You've played for Team Saskatchewan. You've been on the Wisconsin Badgers, in the NCAA, Team Canada, including an Olympic debut in 2018. What's been your most memorable experience along the way?
Yeah, that's a tough question because I've been, like you said, super fortunate to have a dream come true of a path for me, and hard to pick just one, but every step of the way, making Team Saskatchewan was a step closer to that end goal of mine. Making under 18 was a step closer. So I think all those little moments add up to some of my favorites, but walking in at the opening ceremonies at the Olympics, that was like where it hit me that Olympic dream was a reality. And honestly, the first warm-up of the game at the Olympics, because games haven't started yet, but I'm on the ice. I'm about to have my first Olympic game, and it's like, man, this is real. Like, I'm at the Olympics, and then you have to focus to the task at hand. But yeah, definitely the Olympics. I've been super lucky, and obviously winning national championship at Wisconsin last year was also definitely a highlight in my career so far.
For sure. Well, Emily, I think that's all the time we have. So thank you for joining us, and stay safe and healthy out there.
Thank you. Back at you.
That concludes another SHA podcast. I'm your host, Jake Murray, and that was former Team Sask alumni and current Team Canada player, Emily Clark.
This has been an SHA podcast presented by Direct West.